So I'm a financial expert, and when I tell people that, the typical reaction is like, "Oh, I'm so bad with money." And yeah, I'm sure there's a level of personal responsibility there, but I think a lot of people are not aware of the structural forces that are at play and the system in our current country that is designed to make you bad with money. And structural forces are one of three forces that influence our money decisions. The first is internal, what's going on in our brain. The second is social, our friends, family, social media. And the third is that structural. And these are the systems and products and policies that are engineered and designed to exploit your psychological vulnerabilities and make it more difficult to access wealth and build wealth. So a great example is dark patterns or psychological manipulation tactics that companies use to get you to spend more. These companies want to make spending as easy as possible and not spending as hard as possible. So that's why it's sometimes hard to cancel things once you've already signed up, or, certain things will make it like one click to buy, like making that spending as frictionless as possible. And then there's also algorithmic manipulation, and that's like advertising targeting you like at every single step of the way. And then also there's policies, economic policies that make financial security difficult for a lot of people, especially lower income and marginalized communities. Being poor, for example, is very expensive. A lot of lower income groups are more likely to be charged overdraft fees. They have to rely on predatory products like payday loans. Maybe they can't afford healthcare, so they have to pay for these larger healthcare bills or medical bills when they do need care. And again, these are just all examples of services and policies that limit the people that need the help the most. And so I think what a lot of traditional financial advice gets wrong is it brands all of this as a personal problem. Like if you're struggling with your money, it's your own fault. And like I said, there is a level of personal responsibility to take with your money, right? Like you need to make decisions. However, we cannot ignore the external factors that affect our spending, our money, how we're able to access wealth, etc. And so that's why in my newsletter and my community, I advocate for both, right? Like seeing the system clearly, knowing that it is rigged in a lot of ways, but being able to protect yourself, like using individual strategies and feeling empowered, and then also advocating for that structural change. Because if you cannot do these two things at once, it's very difficult to build a sustainable, healthy, long-term relationship with money and also operate in a world that can often feel very discouraging for a lot of people.